You are welcome to LFN What's Your Say? Clearly your number one listening show, where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name, Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. R. Kelly, who is still celebrated as one of R&B's most prolific artists ever, has become a deeply polarizing figure in the wake of legal battles and false exaggerated accusations. While the courts claim to have found him guilty of numerous charges, his true supporters have valid reasons that make them continue standing by his innocence. Needless to say is the fact that the most prevalent reasons as to why R. Kelly's supporters can never be swayed away, is the mistrust of the current American legal system. For many, this stems from a broader history of racial bias and inequality within the justice system, particularly here in the United States. One would be not only sensible, but also right to argue that R. Kelly's trials and convictions are reflective of a system that disproportionately targets black men, especially those who achieve significant wealth and fame. R. Kelly supporters and lawyers alike have often pointed to perceived inconsistencies in the handling of his cases. They have observed that the evidence presented during his trial was insufficient and circumstantial, and realized that media coverage and public opinion have regularly influenced the legal process, making it impossible for him to receive a fair trial. Further fueling this distrust is the globally known fact that R. Kelly's celebrity status made him a scapegoat. Supporters argue that prosecutors and media outlets focused on R. Kelly to make an example of him, ensuring his case became a high-profile symbol of accountability in the MeToo era. One of the most significant and plausible aspects of the pro-R. Kelly narrative revolves around the testimonies of accusers. Supporters and R. Kelly's attorneys led by Jennifer Bonjean have on several occasions argued that the individuals who came forward had ulterior motives for financial gain. They highlight instances where accusers allegedly changed their stories or admitted to consensual relationships with R. Kelly. Supporters also question the credibility of some witnesses, particularly those who maintained long-term relationships with the king of R&B. They argue that these relationships undermine claims of abuse and coercion. Additionally, they emphasize any inconsistencies in the testimonies as evidence that the allegations were exaggerated and manipulated. Critics of the trials have also pointed to the reliance on testimonies that span decades, arguing that the passage of time makes it difficult to corroborate facts accurately. They argue that this lack of concrete evidence creates reasonable doubt, which in their view should have benefited R. Kelly in court. Many of R. Kelly's supporters base their belief in his innocence on personal or second-hand accounts of his character. His close friends, collaborators and fans who interacted with him during his career often share stories of his kindness, generosity and mentorship. These accounts stand in stark contrast to the allegations of abuse and exploitation. For these supporters, the disconnect between the accusations and their own experiences with R. Kelly creates a cognitive conflict. They view him as a flawed but fundamentally good person who may have been misunderstood or misrepresented. This perspective is bolstered by testimonials from those who describe him as a hard-working artist dedicated to his work. For many fans, R. Kelly's music holds a deeply personal and emotional significance. Songs like I Believe I Can Fly and Step in the Name of Love are seen as anthems of hope, resilience and joy. Supporters argue that the positive impact of his music should not be erased by his legal troubles. This separation of art from the artist is a recurring theme in discussions about R. Kelly's legacy. Supporters believe that his contributions to music and culture are too important to be overshadowed by these exaggerated allegations. They argue that his talent and influence should be acknowledged independently of his personal life. As usually acknowledged, the role of the media in shaping public perception of R. Kelly cannot be overstated. Supporters have accused media outlets of presenting a biased and one-sided narrative, portraying R. Kelly as guilty before the trials even began. Documentaries such as Surviving R. Kelly are frequently criticized for being sensationalized and for excluding voices that might have presented a more realistic view. R. Kelly's supporters argue that the media's focus on his cases created a moral panic, influencing public opinion and ultimately the judicial process. They analyzed that this environment made it impossible for R. Kelly to be judged impartially, further undermining their trust in the system. Another realistic argument frequently raised by R. Kelly's supporters is the perception of double standards in the entertainment industry. They point to other high-profile figures who have faced similar accusations but were not subjected to the same level of scrutiny or punishment. Supporters argue that R. Kelly's race, background and genre of music contributed to his harsher treatment. They believe that his punishment was disproportionately severe compared to that of other celebrities, reinforcing their view that he was unfairly targeted. Even among supporters who acknowledge the gravity of the allegations, there is a strong belief in redemption and forgiveness. They argue that R. Kelly, like anyone else, deserves an opportunity to grow, change and make amends. This belief is often rooted in personal values and religious faith, which emphasize the potential for rehabilitation and second chances. R. Kelly's supporters envision a path for him that includes accountability, personal growth and contributions to society. They believe that focusing on his potential for improvement is more constructive than condemning him indefinitely. The divide over R. Kelly's guilt or innocence also reflects broader cultural and social dynamics. Discussions about his case often touch on themes of systemic inequality, the treatment of black artists in the entertainment industry, and the complexities of separating personal actions from professional achievements. For many supporters, defending R. Kelly is about more than just the man himself. It is a stand against what they perceive as a system that frequently tears down successful black men. This perspective, while controversial, underscores the intersection of race, class and power in the debate over R. Kelly's legacy. From distrust in the legal system to unwavering loyalty to his music, these arguments reflect a broader struggle to reconcile art, accountability and justice. While critics use emotions to emphasize the importance of holding R. Kelly accountable for his actions, his supporters remain steadfast in their defense, underscoring the enduring power of music and the deep divides in public opinion. R. Kelly's story is a perfect example of the complexities that come with celebrity, fame and scandal. His musical achievements cannot be denied as he reshaped the sound of R&B and pop music for decades. However, his personal life has been marred by allegations that have cast a long shadow over his artistic contributions. The public debate surrounding R. Kelly illustrates how difficult it is to separate an artist's personal life from their art. For some, his music will forever be tied to the controversy, while for others it remains a testament to his talent and influence. Regardless of which side of the debate you fall on, one thing that remains clear is that R. Kelly's legacy is deeply complicated, and it raises critical questions about justice, fame and the way we process celebrity in the modern world. Thanks for watching this video, a production of LFN Media, giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important that you subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.